Yeah, so I thought I'd bring you to a location that I really do like today. I've got a few minutes to kill while I'm waiting for a job to come good for me. So this old boathouse at Loch Alkilty is where I'm planning to come and take some pictures. I'm not going to do much here, but I was just hoping that with the autumn colours now very well established, I might get something quite nice. I've shot this at different times of year. I've done black and whites. I've done quite a few colours. I'm just waiting for the light to change again for me. There's a bit of a storm that ran through last night, so I was worried that we'd lose all the leaves, and we still have the back ends of the storm lighting, which is one of my favourite things. There's another really good view though here that I wanted to kind of share with you, and I'll show you how I photograph these in a minute. But here we've got this lovely S-bend running through the trees, and if I get the light on that just right, these trees should just explode like some kind of an orange flame. It'll be quite special. Just having a look. Looks like we might be in luck in a few minutes. It's changing so fast, the light, at the minute, that I can't really hang around. I don't think we'll have time to get tripods out and mess with all that today, because it's so changeable. So we're going to shoot by hand. I'm going to use the Nikon Z6 II, mainly because it's the only camera I brought with me today, and I think the 1430 will probably do the job. Again, I didn't bring many lenses. I brought the 1430 and I brought the 2470. This is my standard working kit. They're both f4s. They do the job. They're not too heavy, and they do produce some absolutely lovely results, to be fair. I do have the 2.8 as well, so 2470 2.8, and that is actually, I think, currently my favourite lens. We'll probably have that out later and then we can play with it a bit. That's the sun just coming, so I'm going to grab the camera. Let's see what we get. This is where I start to wish I had one of those wearable cameras so I can sort of show you what I'm doing as I do it. But anyway, there's some really nice light coming through this oak tree at the moment, just catching the edge of the boathouse. So let's start off with that. I can't tell if I've just missed this or not. Let's grab one. It's not looking the best through the camera, but oh, that's getting better. So I'm shooting this at a 30mm focal length. I'm going to shoot it as a 3-frame panoramic, ISO 100, f11, 20th of a second. Now, this is one of the ways I shoot panos. It's not the only way I shoot panos, but we'll talk about those maybe another time. No, this is quite nice. The problem is there's such a range of light here. Oh, that's beautiful. That I think I'm going to have to do some serious Photoshop on this to get it just right later on. Don't be afraid to get low or high. Just move around and see what works. Ah, that's beautiful. Right, so I'm going to go back and get this S-bend quickly because the light has just come out beautifully. There's another squally shower just coming down the loch at the minute, so I don't want to hang about with this. Now usually I'd probably be inclined to leave out the passing place sign, but I think here actually I'm going to leave it because it's just adds a bit of something to this whole scene. There we go. So that one I've gone wide. I've gone 1/20th of a second. What am I talking about? 1/50th of a second f11, 20mm. I don't really do ultra wide all that often for my landscape work. I like more of a telephoto kind of an effect. I find landscapes in wide angle have a habit of being a little bit cliched. It's the obvious thing. You want to shoot as much as you can. Oh, I just can't get out of the weather before it rains on me. But it makes the it makes the background recede so much that you lose the drama. And a lot of my work is photographed in upland, mountainous, rugged terrain. And if you make a mountain look small and insignificant in the background, you lose something of the majesty of the landscape. So I tend to shoot. I tend to shoot a lot of my my more rugged upland landscapes using mid telephotos. I quite like around the sort of 70 to 100mm kind of a range. Sometimes more, sometimes up to 200s, sometimes up to 500s. Depends on exactly what it is I'm trying to convey. Where the wide angle does work well is if you're trying to shoot wide open spaces or wide open bodies of water, where I do quite like that look where everything just seems bigger, and in terms of the sort of like the expanse. I use it a lot for architectural work though, which is why it's on the camera at the moment. I'm out shooting a couple of properties today for a local estate agent, which is my main bread and butter really. So that's why I'm carrying the sort of lighter kit today. The Z7 II is at home. The big lenses are all at home. I'm just carrying the very, very basics. But the weather is beautiful. The light, I love stormlight. I love this kind of a look to the landscape, especially this time of year. Anyway, time to get back to work. So I was just driving down the road and I spotted quite a good example to show you of what I mean about wide angle lenses and short telephotos. Now, as I said a minute ago, I'm travelling light today. So I've literally just got the 2470 and the 1430 with me. So what we're going to do, we're going to shoot this first as a wide angle. It's pretty special. It's a beautiful, beautiful bit of bad weather. So 14mm. It's not a particularly exciting picture. It loses a lot of impact. Now I could do something with that. I could get closer into the hay bales. There's some swans coming in as well. That's just awesome. Don't get this in time. Put that lens down on the floor because that's how I roll. Oh, I would have loved to have photographed that for you. Wrong lens. Didn't bring the 70 to 200. Regretting it. They're just awesome. They're so big. Fantastic. Anyway, now this time we're going to shoot it with a 70, and I might actually do this into a pano. There we go. There we go. Oh, get in before that rain hits me. So I shot that as a pano in two different orientations using the 2470. If I'm shooting in horizontal format, I usually do 3 frames, maybe 4. Any more than that, it starts getting too big a picture. When I'm shooting a sort of horizontal perspective, then I will often shoot 13 frames. For some reason, that seems to be the magic number with it. Just wondering why these cars are slowing down and looking at me. That gives me a nice letterbox shape, but it keeps the perspective that I'm looking for with the strange. It keeps the perspective I'm looking for in terms of the sort of the shortened perspectives, but it allows me to give you a much bigger frame to enjoy. This really works better on prints rather than on the screen, where you can print big and make it quite a dramatic end product. Just watching those swans. I don't think I've ever seen that many swans flying together in one grouping before. It's quite a moment. Anyway, yeah. So look at these results and just see what you think. I'll go into my panoramic techniques a bit more. There's essentially a couple of different ways I do it, and it is kind of a bit of a signature style I use for landscape work.